Okay, this is the notes on. Has anybody heard of the quadratic formula? Oh, nice. There it is. The quadratic formula. Has anybody ever heard of this quadratic formula before? Michael? Never? Dean? The quadratic formula? Samantha? No? Really? Oh, wow. Here we go. Chris? What are you doing, Chris? All right. The quadratic formula, right? You hear the word quadratic there, is used to find the solutions for what? Quadratics. Only quadratics. Polynomials that are quadratics. I know quad in other terms, not in math, like in other stuff, like a quadricept or a quadrilateral. Quad usually means 4, but doesn't mean 4. Quadratics in math is to the power of 2. Anything to the power of 2, any equation, any polynomial to the power of 2, I know it's squared, something squared, but if it's a polynomial, they call it a quadratic. Anything to the x squared plus, 5x plus 6. Anything with an x squared like that. But remember, not all of these quadratics, right, to the power of 2, not all polynomials are factorable. This one actually is. But then there's some that are really complicated or give you these really irrational solutions, but you can still solve them using the quadratic formula. Here's the quadratic formula. Ready? The quadratic formula is this. X is equal to, and you put a line like this because there's going to be a numerator part and a denominator. It's a very intimidating looking formula. X is equal to negative b plus minus, right? Because remember, you're going to get two answers. Plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. It is a really kind of intimidating formula with a lot of parts and a bunch of stuff going. This is the quadratic formula. You've never seen that before? Okay, good. It's a negative b, don't forget negative b, plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c. When everything's together like that, it's all multiplication. All divided by 2 times a. So what are the numbers that you have to get here? See, you got to know what a is. See, there's an a here. I got to put an a here, and I got to put an a here. You got to know what b is. I got to get a number for b. I have to have a number and a value for a. I have to know a value for b. And what other letter do we need? A c, right? There's 3 numbers that you need here. Well, where do you get these 3 numbers? Does anybody know where? Okay, from your quadratic. From your polynomial that is a quadratic. It's really like this. It's really like there's a number in front of the x squared. That number that's in front, they're called coefficients. It's called a coefficient. But that number, usually for you, it's like a 1. It's usually a 1. You've never seen another number greater than 1 here. You're going to see that now. Those are the ones that I'm telling you that you haven't factored before. Ax squared plus what? B what? X. Right, just like up here. You see there's an x squared, then it's an x, then it's a number, right? You see this one up here, x squared plus 5x plus 6? There's a number here in front of the x squared. If it doesn't have a number, it's a 1. Then there's a number, so that's A. This would be B, and this would be C. But that's the format. It's going to be a number here with the x squared, then another number here with the x, and then finally what? This last number over here is your C number. From your polynomial, that's where you find your A, B, and C values. But you have to make sure it's equal to 0. All right, you got to move everything to one side, and your A, B, C's will be on this side. All right, let's jump. We're just going to start doing it. Here we go. Number one. So everybody got the formula? All right, we're going to have to come back and write it. We're going to write it all the time. You'll eventually memorize it. Okay, let's do one. Let's do one that works out really nice. Number one, solve using the quadratic formula. Number one, x squared minus 4x minus 12 equals 0. X squared minus 4x minus 12 equals 0. Can you guys tell me what the A and the B and the C numbers are? Because I need to have those numbers. A is 1. A is right here. A is always right here in front. But if it doesn't have a number, there's a 1, right? So A is 1. That is correct. Thank you. Anybody can tell me B? Oh, negative 4. See, watch out. That's not a regular 4. That's a negative 4. Yeah, you're right. B is negative 4. And C? That's it. That's how you get your A, B, and C values to use in the formula. All right, now let's copy the formula down. What is that formula again? X is equal to negative B plus minus square root of B squared minus 4AC all divided by 2A. That's the formula, right? Yeah, this is the formula you got to use. This is where people either make it or break it. They drop the ball or they're going to do fine after this. When they mess up, this is where they mess up. When you start trying to figure out and start multiplying or getting values, that's where you mess up. I don't want you to mess up. Because one little error and that's it, you're done. The very first thing, I don't want you to multiply anything or get any answers. I just want you to substitute. Even though you know, just substitute. Okay, so tell me, what do I put here? X is equal to negative what? What?
Positive 4.
No, see what I mean? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Already messing up. Isn't the negative part of the formula? You're already changing two negatives into a positive. Don't do that. I told you just put the number. What's B? Okay, then just put a negative 4 there. I know there's another negative there. I know it's going to eventually two negatives is a positive. But I'm telling you, don't jump ahead. Everybody agree this negative is the one out here, and the B is negative 4, so that's why you got 2. Okay. Plus minus the square root of negative 4 what? Squared. I know it's 16. I don't want you to put 16. Minus what? Well, when you got 4 and A and C, all these are multiplying each other. All these three parts are just fill them in. Well, the 4 is already just 4. What are you going to put for A? 1. What are you going to put for C? Negative 12. Okay. All divided by what? 2 times what? The value of A, which is 1. I know 2 times 1 is 2, but just substitute. Yes, Derek?
In the parentheses, do I need to put a negative 4, or is it just like that?
Well, I don't know which one you're talking about.
Because it's a negative 12 right there, and then the 4 is just by itself.
You're talking about the negative 12?
No, like the other one you put a negative 4, but the
about like in the.
You talking about over here?
No, in the square root. So you put a parenthesis around the 4, the normal 4, instead of negative 4.
Oh, do I have to put a parenthesis here? Is that
You have to
your?
put a negative in there because it's negative 4.
Oh shoot! I messed up.
I think.
No, because either way it'll still be negative 4.
Did I mess up?
No.
I'm not sure.
Well, isn't the formula have a takeaway sign right here? This is the takeaway sign, or yeah, it is like a negative. Isn't that one this one?
Yeah.
So then, oh no, this 4 you're talking about?
Yeah.
No, this 4 is always part of the formula. See, look.
Oh, no.
You almost messed me up. I thought I messed up. Oh no, this 4 is always in there. You thought it was this one here?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, you had me scared. I thought I messed up. Oh no, that one's not. That one's just a regular positive 4. Okay, woo, you scared me. Everybody good? All right, continue. Now let's start doing a little bit of arithmetic, but don't take too many steps. Does everybody agree this is going to be, what's going to happen here with this negative and this negative? Everybody agree that's going to be positive 4 now? Yep. Plus minus the square root of, what are we going to get for this? Negative 4 squared. It's going to be positive 16 minus, leave that minus there, and just multiply these 3 here. What do you get when you multiply these 3 here?
Negative 48.
Yes, you get a negative 48. You guys agree with that? Was that too much? No. You see, I'm going to do this part, then I'm going to do this part, take away, then I'm going to do this part, and then 2 times 1 over here for the denominator. Well, that's just going to be 2. That denominator is not going to be too difficult. All right. But what's going to happen here, everybody? You guys agree that's going to become a positive? Yeah. So now we got this. X is equal to 4 plus or minus the square root of 16 plus 48. Divided by 2. See, it's just going to simplify and get easier and easier. Is that okay with everybody there? And 16 plus 48 is what? 64. Now, why do I like 64? Under the square root? Because the square root of 64 is a perfect square number. Is that always going to be true? But this one's an easy one, so it's going to work out. You're going to get x is equal to 4 plus or minus, what is the square root of 64?
8.
You better not tell me it's 32. No, it's not half. It's not half. Okay, it's 8, yeah. All right. From here, do you guys agree they're all whole numbers?
Yeah.
Then you can give me answers. Here, there are 2 problems here. What is one of them saying? 4 plus minus.
No,
4 plus 8.
One of them says 4 plus 8 and then divided by 2. And the other one says what? 4 minus 8 and then divided by 2. See, you're going to get those 2 answers like that. So I think we can finish this now. This one's going to be 12 divided by 2. So one of the answers is what? 6. Yeah. And this one over here is negative 4 divided by 2, negative 2. See, this one worked out nice. We got nice answers, but I did a really easy one just so that you get familiar with this formula. All right, we're going to do another one. Any questions anywhere? Are we good? All right, let's do another one. Number 2. Now we can go faster. All right, number 2 is going to be 2x squared plus 3x. Oh, great. 2x squared plus 3x minus 9 equals 0. You got to make sure everything's on this side over here. You can't have this 9 on this side. If it is, you got to move it over here. We've done that before. Okay, what do I need first? A, B, C's. I need my A, B, C numbers. What is A? 2. What is B? 3. And C? Negative 9, not just 9. Watch out. Okay, good. And, we gotta, what is that? What is that formula? X is equal to negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4 times a times c divided by 2a. All right, go ahead and substitute first. Don't do any kind of calculations or arithmetic. Just substitute everything correctly. I know, but I wanted you to mess up. Now you caught it. Okay, it is 3. Thank you. Okay, did everybody get it like this? Just substitute. Don't be trying to jump ahead 2-3 steps and then you're going to mess up. One little error and it's not going to come out. Okay, what happens to this? Let's start right here. What happens to negative, what's this going to be right here? Just negative 3, no? Negative 3 plus minus the square root of, what's going to be in here? 9 minus, and then now multiply just this back part. What do you get when you multiply that?
Negative 22. Oh, it's done for
54.
You guys agree this negative and this negative is going to make it plus? Can we jump that a little bit right there and not have to? Is everybody cool with this negative and this negative will be plus? Yeah. Okay, I think we can. Let's go ahead and make that a plus, and then that'll be 54.
72.
4 times 8. I mean, 4 times 2 is 8. I'm thinking ahead. See. 4 times 8. 4 times 2 is 8. Times 9 is 72. But that's plus now, right? Okay. Whew. And then 2 times 2, 4. Okay. All right, here we go. It's getting easier now. X is equal to, what's left? Negative 3 plus minus the square root of what, everybody? What happens when you add right here? Oh, I like 81. I like 81. It's not always going to be a perfect square root number, but this one does work out. Divided by 4. So really, what are we looking at, guys? X is equal to negative 3 plus minus 9, right? Because the square root of 81 is 9. And then over 4. All right, go ahead and get the 2 answers from here. There's 2 problems here. You should be getting 2 answers. One of them says X is equal to negative 3 plus 9 and then divided by 4. And the other one says X is equal to negative 3 minus 9 divided by 4. And negative 3 plus 9 is the same as 9 take away 3. I'm going to get 6 over 4. Did anybody get 6 over 4? Yeah, that's not right. Because you're supposed to reduce. So it reduces to 3 over 2. Always look to reduce. It is 6 over 4. But when you check, if you leave 6 over 4 and then you go check the answer and it says 3 over 2, you're going to think you did it wrong. You didn't. You just didn't reduce. Yeah? Always look for a fraction. And how about this one? This one you're going to get negative 12 over 4. Do you think you're going to see that answer when you check? No, because can't you divide 12 divided by 4? So really the answer is -3. Okay, we're getting nice answers for these first ones. These first ones are easy. You guys see how you have to do it? Okay, here's another thing. In Algebra 2, you're going to learn how to factor these. You didn't learn how to factor these because it has a number in front. Usually it just has x squared like that, huh? So you didn't learn to factor. In Algebra 2, you'll learn how to factor these. You don't know how to factor them. So that's why you're going to use the, not the Pythagorean theorem, the quadratic formula. Okay, number 3. All right, let's pick it up. How about this one? 2n squared minus 5n minus 16 equals 2. Something's not good here. Somebody see if you can see what it is. Yeah, we can't have that. It's supposed to be equal to 0. That needs to be moved over, right? What happens when you move this over here? What is that going to be? It'll be 2n squared minus 5n. And that'll be -2, right? And a -16, and it'll be -18. Yeah, that's right. E equals 0. Yeah, you got to make sure everything's on this side. And it's in the right order. Okay, now we got our ABC. A is 2, write it down. B is -5, correct. And C is -18. Okay, because if one of these is wrong or you forget the negative, it's not going to come out. All right, pretty easy. I know how to get the ABCs, and then I just got to, after a while, you'll remember this formula. There's a song that actually goes to it, but I'm not going to sing it. X is equal to, anybody know the quadratic formula song? Anybody know the quadratic formula song? You want me to sing it? No, thank you. Okay. X is equal to, okay, I'm going to sing it once. Ready?
Listen, my ears are gonna hurt.
You're going to have to remember it. Your ears are going to what?
They're gonna hurt.
They're going to hurt?
This is a beautiful singer. Go on, mister.
And you haven't seen my voice. Okay. This is kind of like an ice cream song. You know the ice cream trucks?
No.
It has this jingle.
I don't have
Does anybody know the ice cream jingle? It's not all, they're all, some of them have different, but this is, you've heard this one before. It goes like this. Da, 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 da. Anybody know what the name of that song is? Pop Goes the Weasel. Or if you have the little Jack in the Box toys, it does that. Okay, here it is. Ready? I'm going to sing it once because you're special. Ready? It goes like this. X is equal to -b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a.
That's still hard to remember.
Well, that's going to be on the test. You're going to have to sing it. Okay, here we go. So anyway, that's how some people just, whatever, remember it. But you're just going to use it so many times, you'll remember it. Okay, substitute first. Negative something plus minus square root of something squared minus 4 times something divided by 2 times something. All right, I'm sure you're not going to put the wrong numbers. I bet you better not. Everybody substituting? Don't be trying to calculate anything yet. Okay, you should have this. -5, -5, 2, -18, and 2. Is that right? You guys put the numbers in the right place? Yeah. All right, let's start cleaning it up a little bit, but don't try to do too much at once. Here we go. X is equal to, tell me what's going to happen here. +5, thank you. Plus minus? The square root of, and don't be trying to do all this in one shot. This will be what? 25, right? 25. And then look here again. This negative and this negative will make it plus. And then you just got to find out 4 times 2 times 18. That's going to be a big number. 144?
That's what I got.
Okay, I believe you. Did everybody get that? Okay, then you should have a calculator. And all divided by 4. Okay, we're good. Does everybody agree that's going to be 5 plus minus the square root of 169 over 4? Is it true that 144 plus 25 is 169? Yeah, it is. Does 169 have a square root? Does anybody know that? Well, you better get your calculators or something and check. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Now, let me tell you something. If it did not have a perfect square root, listen to this, here's the best part. If it does not have a perfect square root, how will you know? Well, when you do 100, let's say it was 168. Let's say it was 168, right? Let's say it was not 168. Let's say it was 168, 168. If it doesn't have a square root, how will you know? Because it'll have a bunch of decimals like that. You see it? If it doesn't have a square root, then you would stop right here and the answer would just look like this. Just leave it like that, okay? It would just leave it like that. But if this one does, so we're going to continue. 169 does have a square root, that is x is equal to plus 5 plus minus 13, right? Over 4. Everybody got 13 when you do the square root of 169? Yeah. And here we're going to get to answers. One of them says what? 5 plus 13 and then divided by 4. And the other one says 5 take away 13 divided by 4. This is going to be 18 over 4. That can reduce. 18 over 4 can reduce to 9 over 2. Thank you. And negative 8. Oh, this is negative 8 over 4. Oh, this is going to give me a nice negative 2. All right, we're good doing that? We can handle that? That's the quadratic formula. For people that don't know how to factor and people that don't know how to complete the square, well, you can find the answers this way. All right, go ahead and do this one on your own. Let's see. Number 3? No, number 4? Yeah. 3n squared minus 8n minus 6 equals 0. Oh, sorry. Okay, try that one. Let's see. We should be able to go faster now. All right, here we go. I'll give you a little head start. You should have A is 3. B is positive 8. No, negative 8. I made you look. C is negative 6. You guys got those right? All right, so that don't mess that up. X is equal to negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. There it is. That's how you're going to remember it. And that will be x is equal to negative 8 plus minus square root negative 8 squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 6 all divided by 2 times 3. Okay, you should have this. X is equal to 8 plus minus 64 plus 42? 72? Oh, shoot, you're right. Plus over, oh, I didn't put one that had a minus. Damn. Okay, 6. Is that right? That's going to be x is equal to 8 plus minus the square root of 136. 136 over 6. Did everybody get this far?
That's the answer.
That's the answer. Now, usually later, I mean, I don't know if you know how to simplify. Sometimes these simplify and break down and some other stuff happens, but if it can't have a square root, you just stop right there. Yeah? Okay, so why am I getting, oh, I know why I'm getting that. that stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna make one up. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, let's see. You guys, I think you're good. You guys got it? Okay, that's it then. We'll stop the video here. I don't even think you need to watch it, but here you go.